The manager is an archetype we all know. We see this person in our offices, our communities, and even in our own families. This is the person who loves the tangible world. They find joy in things they can touch, see, and measure. They are grounded in reality. They love spreadsheets, calendars, and well-organized plans. For the manager, the world is a place of resources to be managed. These resources are not just things like money or property. They also include relationships, time, and territory. The manager wants to ensure that everything is in its right place, working as it should. This desire for order is not a bad thing. It comes from a deep-seated need to create stability and security for everyone. This love for the material world is what drives the manager. They see the potential in a plot of land, a new business idea, or a team of people. Their goal is to take these resources and make them better, more productive, and more valuable. They believe that with the right management, anything is possible. They want to build systems that last. They want to create structures that support growth. This is their gift. The manager is the one who can take a chaotic situation and bring order to it. They can look at a complex problem and break it down into small, manageable steps. Their focus on the real world allows them to make things happen. We often misunderstand the manager. We might see their focus on control as a negative trait. But we need to look deeper. We need to see the intention behind their actions. The manager isn't trying to dominate others for the sake of power. They are trying to create a safe and predictable environment. They believe that if they can control the variables, they can protect the people they care about. They want to build a world where everyone knows their role and where things run smoothly. This desire for order comes from a place of care. It is their way of showing that they are invested in the well-being of the group. So the manager's world is one of practicalities. It is a world of budgets, timelines, and responsibilities. They are the architects of our daily lives, often working behind the scenes to make sure everything functions. They manage the family finances. They organize the community event. They lead the project at work. Their satisfaction comes from seeing a plan come to life. It comes from knowing that their efforts have created something real and lasting. The manager's love for the material world is not about greed. It is about stewardship. It is about taking what we have and making the most of it for the good of all. There is a fundamental misunderstanding about leadership and control. Many believe that to be a leader, you must take control. You must be the one to make the decisions, to give the orders, and to be in charge. But this is not true leadership. This is just authority by position. True leadership is different. True leadership is when people willingly offer you control. They give you their trust. They give you their loyalty. They choose to follow you not because they have to, but because they want to. This is the most powerful form of control, and it cannot be taken by force. It must be earned. Imagine a team of people working on a project. A manager who demands control will micromanage every detail. They will check every email and question every decision. The team will do the work, but they will do it out of compliance, not commitment. Their hearts will not be in it. Now imagine a leader who is offered control. This leader has earned the team's trust. The team believes in the leader's vision and their character. They see that the leader has their best interests at heart. So they give the leader the authority to guide them. They work together, collaborate, and give their best efforts because they feel inspired. The act of offering control is a profound gesture. It says, "We trust you." It says, "We believe in you." It says, "We are with you." A manager who understands this will never seek to force their will on others. Instead, they will focus on building relationships. They will listen more than they speak. They will work to understand the needs and fears of their people. They will show through their actions that they are worthy of that trust. Authority that is given is strong and resilient. It creates a circle of safety where people feel valued and protected. Authority that is taken is brittle and weak. It creates an environment of fear and resentment. Real authority, therefore, is a gift. It is bestowed upon those who have shown they are capable of handling it with care. A true manager does not walk into a room and announce they are in charge. A true manager walks into a room and starts serving the people in it. They ask, "How can I help?" They look for ways to remove obstacles and support their team. Over time, the people in that room will see the manager's commitment. They will see their integrity, and then, naturally and willingly, they will look to that manager for guidance. They will offer them the control needed to lead them forward, together. In the world of archetypes, every force has a balancing counterpart. For the manager, who is focused on the external world of action and resources, this balance comes from the librarian. The librarian archetype represents the inner world. This is the world of knowledge, wisdom, and introspection. While the manager is busy organizing the material world, the librarian is organizing the world of ideas. The librarian gathers information, studies history, and seeks to understand the deeper meaning behind things. They are the keepers of our collective memory and our shared values. They are the yin to the manager's yang. The relationship between the manager and the librarian is essential for healthy leadership. A manager without the influence of the librarian can become too focused on results. They can become obsessed with efficiency and productivity, forgetting the human element. They might build a perfect system that no one wants to be a part of. The librarian reminds the manager of the why behind the what. They provide the context, the history, and the ethical framework. The librarian asks the important questions. Is this right? Is this wise? Does this align with our values? This keeps the manager grounded in purpose, not just process. Conversely, a librarian without a manager can get lost in theory. They can accumulate endless knowledge but never put it into practice. They can have wonderful ideas that never see the light of day. The manager provides the librarian with a path to action. The manager takes the librarian's wisdom and turns it into a concrete plan. They build the structures and systems that allow the librarian's insights to have a real-world impact. The manager is the one who says, "That is a great idea. Here is how we can make it happen." Together, they turn vision into reality. This partnership creates a powerful and balanced whole. The librarian provides the vision, and the manager executes it. The librarian ensures the work is meaningful, and the manager ensures the work gets done. Think of a great company. It has a strong mission and clear values, which is the librarian's domain. It also has efficient operations and clear strategies, which is the manager's domain. One without the other leads to failure. A company with a great mission but poor management will fall apart. A company with great management but no mission will feel empty and soul-crushing. The dance between the manager and the librarian is the dance of all great endeavors. Every strength, when taken to an extreme, can become a weakness. For the manager, their great strength is the desire for order and control. But when this desire comes from a place of fear and insecurity, it casts a long shadow. This is the shadow of the micromanager, the tyrant, the obsessive controller. This shadow manager does not seek to create stability for the good of the group. They seek to control everything because they are afraid. They are afraid of failure. They are afraid of uncertainty. They are afraid of losing their position or their sense of self-worth. Their control is not about service, it is about self-preservation. When a manager feels insecure, their need to manage everything intensifies. They stop trusting their people. They believe that if they do not oversee every single detail, things will fall apart. This creates a toxic environment. People feel disempowered and devalued. Their creativity and initiative are crushed under the weight of constant supervision. The shadow manager measures everything, questions everything, and trusts no one. They create endless rules and procedures, not to improve efficiency, but to create an illusion of certainty in a world they perceive as chaotic and threatening. They build a prison of process. This controlling behavior is a vicious cycle. The more the shadow manager controls, the less capable their people become. Team members stop thinking for themselves because they know their ideas will be rejected or altered. They stop taking ownership because they feel they have none. This perceived incompetence then reinforces the manager's belief that they must control everything. See, the shadow manager thinks, if I don't do it myself, it won't get done right. They fail to see that they are the cause of the very problem they are trying to solve. Their fear creates the exact outcome they are afraid of. Breaking free from this shadow requires immense courage. It requires the manager to confront their own insecurities. They must be willing to admit that they do not have all the answers. They must learn to trust others, even when it feels risky. The path out of the shadow is not to control more, but to let go. It is to understand that true strength is not found in holding on tighter, but in having the courage to open your hand. The shadow manager builds walls to protect themselves. The true leader builds bridges to connect with others. The choice is always there, to lead from a place of fear or a place of trust. So, what is the source of real authority? Well, it does not come from a job title. It does not come from a corner office. And honestly, it does not come from the power to hire and fire. Real lasting authority comes from one place and one place only, the heart. More specifically, it comes from a heart that wishes to serve. When people believe that you are there for them, when they know that your primary intention is to see them succeed, they will grant you all the authority you need. This is the fundamental principle of what it means to be a leader. Leadership is not about being in charge. Leadership is about taking care of those in your charge. Think about the leaders you have admired most in your life. Were they the ones who gave the most orders? Or were they the ones who gave the most support? The best leaders, make space for others. They create an environment where people feel safe to be themselves, to take risks, and even to fail. They see their role not as a director, but as a gardener. Their job is to create the right conditions, the right soil, the right amount of sun and water, for their people to grow and flourish. They find joy not in their own success, but in the success of others. A manager who leads with a heart to serve honestly changes the entire dynamic of a team. They ask different questions. Instead of, "What have you done for me today?" they ask, "What can I do for you today?" Instead of, "Why isn't this finished?" they ask, "What obstacles are in your way, and how can I help remove them?" This shift in perspective really is everything. It transforms the relationship from a transaction to a partnership. It builds a foundation of trust that can weather any storm. People will work harder and be more loyal to a leader they know cares about them as human beings. This service-based authority is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate sign of strength. It takes confidence to put the needs of others before your own. It takes courage to be vulnerable and to admit you don't have all the answers. A manager who hoards power is a manager who is afraid, but a manager who gives power away, who empowers their people and trusts them to do great things, is a manager who is truly secure. Their authority is not based on their position on an organizational chart. It is based on their position in the hearts and minds of their people, and that truly is the only place where real authority can ever truly live. The journey for the manager is a journey of transformation. It is the journey from control to valor. Valor is more than just bravery on a battlefield. Valor is the courage to do what is right, especially when it is hard. For the manager, the ultimate act of valor is to let go of the need to control. It is the brave decision to trust their people, to trust the process, and to trust that even if things go wrong, the team is strong enough to handle it together. This is not a passive act of giving up. It is an active and courageous choice to lead in a different, more powerful way. Surrendering control does not mean abdicating responsibility. It means redefining it. A controlling manager believes they are responsible for the results. A brave leader believes they are responsible for the people who are responsible for the results. This is a critical distinction. The leader's job is not to do the work, but to build a team that can do the work. The leader's job is to teach, to coach, to mentor, and to inspire. When the leader lets go of controlling the how, they free up their people to find new and better ways of achieving the what. This is where innovation and engagement are born. This act of letting go feels terrifying at first. The manager's instinct is to hold on, to manage the risk, to prevent any possibility of failure. But valorous leadership requires facing that fear. It requires the belief that the potential gains from empowering others far outweigh the risks of letting them try. A leader who shows this kind of courage inspires it in others. When a team sees their leader trust them, they start to trust themselves and each other more. They become more willing to take on challenges, to be creative, and to hold themselves accountable for the outcome. The result of this transformation is a team that is more resilient, more innovative, and more committed. The leader is no longer the bottleneck. They are the catalyst. By letting go of control, the leader unlocks the collective intelligence and passion of the entire group. They move from being a manager of tasks to a leader of people. This is the path to creating something truly extraordinary. It is a path that requires not a stronger grip, but an open hand. It is the path of valor, and it is the path of true leadership. Brave leadership is not a title you are given. It is a choice you make every single day. It is a practice. It is a skill that you can learn and develop over time. It starts with small, consistent actions that build trust and empower others. Healthy, brave leaders do not just talk about values, they live them. They are the first to be accountable when things go wrong, and the last to take credit when things go right. They see their people not as functions, but as human beings with hopes, dreams, and lives outside of work. They lead with empathy. One of the core practices of brave leadership is creating a safe environment. This is often called psychological safety. It is the shared belief that the team is safe for interpersonal risk-taking. It means people feel comfortable speaking up, asking questions, challenging the status quo, and admitting mistakes without fear of punishment or humiliation. A brave leader actively cultivates this safety. They listen intently. They respond to failure with curiosity, not anger. They ask, what can we learn from this? Instead of whose fault is this? This practice turns every challenge into a learning opportunity for the whole team. Another key practice is clarity of purpose. Brave leaders ensure that everyone on the team knows why their work matters. They connect the daily tasks to a larger vision or mission. People do not get inspired by what they do. They get inspired by why they do it. A leader who can clearly articulate this why gives their team a sense of meaning and purpose. This is far more motivating than any bonus or threat. When people believe in the cause, they will give their best efforts willingly. The leader's job is to constantly remind the team of the hill they are climbing together and why it is worth the effort. Finally, brave leadership is about consistency. Trust is not built in a day. It is built through thousands of small, consistent actions over time. It is built by keeping your promises. It is built by being the same person in public as you are in private. It is built by treating everyone with respect, regardless of their position. Leaders who are consistent in their behavior and their values become predictable in a good way. Their teams know they can count on them. This consistency is the bedrock of trust, and trust is the foundation upon which all brave and healthy leadership is built. The principles of leadership are not just for CEOs or world leaders. They are for everyone. We all have the capacity to be a leader, because leadership is about influencing others in a positive way. You can be a leader in your family, in your group of friends, or in your local community. The archetype of the manager lives within all of us to some degree. We all have things we want to control, to organize, and to keep safe. The journey of leadership begins with turning our attention inward and reflecting on our own habits and tendencies. It starts with self-awareness. Take a moment to think about your own life. Where do you find yourself trying to control things? Is it in your relationships, your work, your finances, or your daily schedule? Now, ask yourself a deeper question. Why? Is your desire to control coming from a place of service and a genuine desire to help others? Or is it coming from a place of fear? Are you afraid of what might happen if you let go? Are you afraid of being seen as incompetent? Are you afraid of uncertainty? Being honest with yourself about the source of your controlling habits is the first and most important step toward change. Embracing heart-centered authority means shifting your focus from yourself to others. It means asking, how can my actions serve the people around me? Instead of, how can my actions serve me? This is a profound shift. It means choosing empathy over judgment. It means choosing to listen over telling. It means choosing to trust over doubting. This does not mean you become a pushover. On the contrary, heart-centered authority is incredibly strong. It is the strength of connection, of mutual respect, and of shared purpose. It is the authority that people gladly grant you because they know you have their best interests at heart. This journey of reflection is ongoing. It is not something you do once and are done with. Every day presents new opportunities to choose how you will show up. Will you choose control based on fear? Or will you choose influence based on trust? Will you hoard power? Or will you empower others? The choice is always yours. By consciously choosing the path of heart-centered authority, you begin to unlock the true leader within you. You begin to see that your greatest impact comes not from what you can control, but from who you can inspire. The ultimate goal of the manager's transformation is to become a noble leader. A noble leader is one whose authority is rooted in courage and whose purpose is service. They are a force for good in the world. They do not just build successful companies or efficient organizations. They build communities, they build trust, they build people up. Their legacy is not measured in dollars or market share. It is measured in the lives they have touched and the positive impact they have made on the world. This is the highest calling of leadership. A noble leader understands that their role is one of stewardship. They are temporary custodians of the people and resources in their care. Their responsibility is to leave things better than they found them. This means nurturing talent, fostering collaboration, and creating a culture where people can do their best work and be their best selves. They create more leaders, not more followers. They see the potential in everyone and work to unlock it. The success of a noble leader is reflected in the success of those who follow them. The ripple effect of noble leadership is immense. A team led by a noble leader is more engaged, more innovative, and more fulfilled. The people on that team go home at the end of the day feeling valued and inspired. They are better parents, better partners, and better citizens. The positivity they experience at work spills over into all other areas of their lives. In this way, A single noble leader can uplift an entire community. They create a virtuous cycle of trust, cooperation, and human flourishing. This is how we change the world, not through grand gestures, but through the daily practice of good leadership. So let us all aspire to this form of leadership. Let us embrace the courage it takes to let go of control and lead with our hearts. Let us commit to serving those we have the privilege to lead. Whether you are managing a team of 100 or simply managing your own family, you have the opportunity to be a noble leader. You have the opportunity to create an environment of trust and cooperation. You have the opportunity to be a force for good. The world is in desperate need of such leaders. The world is in need of you.